Welcome to KBW.
This episode is scheduled for
One
fall.
That's it. Just one fall this week.
We are
As always,
your anchors. We are your tag team. We are your dynamic duo.
We are.
Boy
Boom,
Peppa.
pal. Your boy, Mr. Disrespectful here.
Oh, I like it. You went with
Yeah,
that.
you went the one. I went.
I went Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah.
Boom.
I went Bucks on
And then
it.
you were like, Bucks.
I went Bucks on it.
So
Tag team now.
we are trying to recover still from we're not alcoholics.
Oh, no.
We're trying to
Good,
recover from this from the past one we were. Thou shall not be named.
No, that's
The show that shall not be named.
We talked about it. We just did a quick review. Quickest review you ever see from us by like 18 minutes, 20 minutes. You can go see it. I am your new champ.
He won the
feat.
super shit show.
The feet. What do we have to say about nothing? It's like I got it. Just the show. I got the feet.
The double feet champion.
Double feet. So that's it. So let's get into some news because I'm done with that. If you are.
Oh, I've been done. Yes, continue that.
So AEW news. I have some good quick news, fast news for that, and you can add on to whatever you want.
You know, I like good and quick and fast.
HOG, High Intensity 8. This will be the Young Bucks' final appearance in independent wrestling. They're doing a meet and greet, and it's not actually going to be wrestling as well. It's going to be up in NYC on August 9th. They said supposedly they don't expect to ever come back to independent wrestling, but
I mean,
if they have some independent shows
necessarily
there.
because I think they're now a lot of these guys are getting these things out of the way because once TV hits, there's not going to be this bouncing around from company to company. That's why Dean is on
G1, man. They went the
that's
G1.
why I don't know what they're doing.
I thought that was later.
It is. I don't know what
I thought that was after everything starts, right? Am I wrong?
I don't know what they're doing.
They can do whatever they want.
It's very confusing, to be honest with you. But so Moxley is going to be in the G1.
They were saying, well, no. So that was the HOG anything there. So, but then as you talk about here, you have Moxley saying he wants to be in the G1. He's not going to be in it. He wants to be in it.
No, he's in it.
And you have who's the other man I'm forgetting here? Oh, Chris Jericho.
He doesn't want to be in the G1.
Who wants to be in the G1?
No, he doesn't want to be in the G1.
He wants to be in the G1.
No, he doesn't.
He wants to not want to.
Nope.
He says it without saying it.
He didn't say it.
He did.
At all.
He hinted at it.
No, he said he's going to be up Tanahashi is what he's
But he wants
to do.
He wants to do it in the G1 because he said, if Moxley is doing it, put me there too, and I can beat his ass as well. He did.
He's not going to.
He said it.
He's going to fight Tanahashi.
He said I can beat Tanahashi and I'll beat Moxley in the G1. He did, which you'll talk about later. Did you not watch? You watched Dominion? Did you not?
Did you watch Dominion?
I did watch Dominion.
Because I watched Dominion. He didn't say that.
He said the very in the yellow back
I
and
didn't watch
forth.
the stupid press conference. Wait, they had a press conference?
They had a press conference.
Together?
No, he did one himself.
Oh, I never read that. I don't watch it.
He did his talking outside of it, and then he did his press conference after saying, "See, I put his money on my head."
Press conferences they don't do that on the show. You have to go in there. You get paid for that.
Yeah, exactly. I read up the man.
Regardless,
this is why I give you news. This is why you trusted the disrespectful one.
Regardless, this is happening.
And not the Pepper one. But there was that.
I guess they're. I'm thinking that New Japan has some kind of is going to have some kind of
deal.
Thing with them the way AAA does.
I think they're trying to have that deal. Even though Ring of Honor is fighting, I think they're trying to have that deal with them. So we have matches up for Fighter Fest, which is coming up soon, right?
Yeah.
When's that?
It's going to be the end of this month, my friend. I believe it's June 29th. Saturday, June 29th.
Yeah. Man, really? What time?
That time.
Doesn't have a time.
It doesn't.
Shoot, because you know what? That's my crab feast day. I'll be down in Maryland at Crab Feast on June 29th.
You're going to crap on who?
Crab Feast. I'm going to eat a ton of crab. I'm going to eat a ton of crab.
Oh, you know what I'm going to be doing on that day?
We're watching Fighter Fest.
We're watching Fighter Fest.
I wish I was watching Fighter Fest now. I may have to leave that party early.
It's on YouTube, bro.
I have to leave the party early.
Watch on YouTube on your phone.
Yeah, but I don't know how much battery my phone will last.
Does your weird phone?
That's why we're using your phone right now for this recording this week because my phone.
In case you notice, that's why the picture is much clearer.
No, it's not my picture's way clearer.
Because
you can tell that my phone is charging still.
We are using the apples.
But yeah, so there's some matches here.
What the hell's going on? So
let's get to some matches.
The updated card. We still have a weird one here where I don't know who the Lucha Bros are going to pick as their partner.
If you speak Spanish, you would know.
Oh, I don't. It took me 3 years to
I
speak Spanish.
So I took Spanish, but but my fluency in Spanish is
not there.
No habla inglés.
Amen. So
I can count 10, and I can say so, cozy. And there's maybe a couple other things I can say, a couple sentences I can say that.
Man, that shit's
I said
delicious.
cozy. There's a couple other words I can say that. That's it. So they did a promo on Being the Elite this week, which I didn't even show that part of it. And you know how they have their random DVD players? And this is Being the Elite. I can use a DVD player, and you try to use a microwave, try to use something else, and then you use a crock pot, put it in there, locked it up, and then opened the top of his cabinet, and there was his computer playing the video of
The Lucha Bros.
the Lucha Bros talking, and one was on the phone, the other close, and then he starts speaking in Spanish, obviously, and he tells them about something, and so they have a partner. But
they
again,
we don't know who it is
I don't speak Spanish.
unless you're Spanglish.
You can put down in the comments if you speak Spanish, and you can tell us what they said.
Yeah, let us know.
Because I thoroughly do not, but obviously they're making a surprise because probably no one really speaks Spanish that watch them consistently. Because I even watched Being Elite, and I scrolled down those comments going, dude, what did they say? And no one could tell me. I was so mad at no one.
What if we hit subtitles?
It would probably just be Spanish subtitles.
Oh, son of a bean.
But there's that match. I just want to put it down. So yes, there is the 6-man tag between the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and
Kenny and the Bucks versus the Luchas and some other
the
dingus.
surprise third opponent there.
We have John Moxley getting this is gonna be a fun match. They're gonna get very physical. Him and Joey Janela.
Yeah, that's how they did his promo at the end of Double or Nothing.
There's gonna be a lot of they're gonna be blood.
There's gonna be some cigarettes being burned in people's faces. I think.
Darn right.
It's gonna be great.
We got Cody against Darby Allin.
He's scary, Darby Allin.
He's terrifying.
And Cody is fighting him, and I'm pretty sure right after that, with him they have Fight for the Fallen right after that. I'm pretty sure. So he's got to make sure he doesn't get killed in this.
Yeah.
Because
at least in the next one he's in a tag team match. So Dustin can do a lot.
But Darby Allin, man, that man just does some crazy things, man. I was watching highlights. They're gonna talk about him too. They talk about this match, and they're talking about that. And Darby Allin, man, the things that he does in the ring, they're showing highlights of it. It's just out of this.
Yeah, he's
out
insane.
of this world.
I like
really.
him. And because one of his biggest rivals is actually Jimmy Havoc, who's in the next match. So those two are going to have some good matches in AEW. Once they're all fired up. But
good back and forth.
So your next match is going to be as you showed me from Being the Elite. I am actually for once behind on Being the Elite and the Nightmare Family stuff.
I'm on time.
So fatal 4-way match between Hangman Page, Jungle Boy, Jimmy Havoc, and my favorite human being on God's green earth, MJF.
And I guarantee that these three guys are just going to attack MJF first.
Oh yeah, for like most of the
It's
match.
going to be great. Yeah. It's going to be great because I can't wait to see MJF get his ass beat.
And I don't know if that means there's going to be more, because it says there's more announcements to come. Because
there's more announcements.
There's a buy-in match already against, it is Michael Nakazawa against Alex Jabali.
Okay.
And it's a hardcore match.
I remember hearing about that one. That should be an interesting match.
Yeah. I'm very excited about.
I'm very excited for this thing because I'm hoping maybe they're going to talk about the video game that they want to release.
What is that about TNT?
That's what the CEO thing.
TNT.
The CEO is who they're collaborating with, I think, for the video game. So I think they're trying to come out with the video game. I'm hoping it's not like N64 type graphics.
I think it might be because TNT said.
I still love playing that WCW Nitro game. It was not going to lie on 64.
You saw snarky TNT. They were sneaky. They showed an N64 version and said, hey, if we had this. If AEW had a game, who would you play with? And who would be your person to play with? And you're sitting there why would they randomly talk about a video game? And I feel like you're right, but I feel like it's gonna be an N64 kind because they're nerds as far as video games go. They love games, but they don't need.
Kenny Omega is the biggest nerd of them all.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love games. Listen, I love playing video games. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on it. I love video games. I'll go catch you playing a bunch of video games.
You better not hit that, you turd face.
Rocks, lay down. Come on,
man.
Chill out. But I'm kind of thinking that I heard from what I was listening to and reading about, they apparently have their kind of with CEO to try and create the game. So I'm wondering if there's maybe there's a shake. This is going to drop. It's going to drop.
No, it guys,
didn't. So I'm hoping they actually announce maybe a game, which would be, in my opinion, I'm hoping, but at the same time, I'm hoping it's not, or they announce it saying it's coming out next year.
Yeah,
I hope it's coming out next year, or they've been working on this for the last year and a half. And
it's in the works because you don't have.
If you come out with it now, it's gonna be way too quick, and you will have some problems.
Not to mention, if you
But you
come out
do
with
the-
it now,
you
you
do
have
the
a roster of
roster.
6 people.
No, you need they had about 50 people. You don't need the roster as much as you just needed the gameplay. You needed the momentum, the movements, all that stuff for them to create it, and then from there, excuse me, they can go from there. That's all. But again, I'm kind of excited to see maybe they will be announcing a game because if you haven't been watching E3 this week, they've announced a couple crazy games. I don't know if you saw A-Day.
What was that called?
A-Day.
Was that next to B-Day?
That's the Avengers game.
They have
Coming
an
out.
Avengers game coming out?
Oh my God!
I'm
I am
thoroughly
telling
excited
you,
about this.
dude. If you go look it up, it is insane. It looks so real. It looks crazy. I'm super excited to see it. And they already announced it, by the way, exclusive content for the PlayStation. And that exclusive content for the PlayStation is that they're going to get some special bonus stuff that they'll be able to get. And also, they're not coming out with any downloadable content. They have to pay for extra. Everything's all in game. Anything that comes out extra is free with the game.
So there's no DLCs?
They said there's going to be no. They said they're going to have DLCs, but it's not going to be paid for DLC. It's going to be a part of the game when you purchase it.
This makes sense.
It's going to come with it, and that they're not going to be like those drop box where you got to pay for that kind of stuff. They're not about it. They're putting so much of this trust in this game. I wanted this game to be like $150 when it comes out.
Oh, it's going to be.
But I'll tell you, it looks insane. Like it looks crazy. Sorry to get off on that E3 tangent there. I'm super excited for that. We are working. Hopefully, the next couple of weeks, we are going to be working on a 2K19 WWE game where you're going to see me and Peppa here going back and forth in some battles. We're hoping to get something in there. We're really excited to try and bring that to you. Obviously, we're working on WWE Universe stuff still. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, right?
Twitter, Instagram, and
live tweets from my man over here.
For love of goodness.
And Instagramming it.
We're recruiting right now.
We are.
Look, if you guys have WWE Universe, and you actually want to play it, join the damn club.
Because
if you're just gonna sit on our club and try to grab our statistics,
I'm working to kick.
I'm gonna need you to get the fuck out.
Peppa and myself are killing it in the rankings. We got a man recently just tonight in this current event that's actually stepping up. I'm hoping he steps up continuously.
We'll see.
But we'll see. A couple other guys who stepped up aren't there anymore. We have 4 spots I think open currently. I've been dropping so many people.
Yeah.
So KV space WrestleKast. We'll put that in the description.
If your thing says last active and it says 3 days, 4 days, you're going.
You're out.
If it says
3-4 days, you're out.
Active today,
0 points, out.
If it says active today and you got 1,000 points, you're out.
You gotta have a little. You gotta participate, man.
Come on, guys.
It's easy. We're
hour trying to be the best.
It updates. There are a couple events that are a little harder. I'm not gonna hate on that. The last event yesterday was terrible, so I wasn't knocking anybody on that one yesterday.
I mean, I have
this
Goldberg,
event today,
and he's been fake jackhammering people all week.
He's been killing it. See, I got my man Finn Balor, man. He's been putting it on.
My tweet of the week was like, if I have to see the Lucha House Party one more time, I'm going to let a concussed Goldberg jackhammer me into the ground. Help me God. So the last AEW news, I guess we have Sean Spears, the Perfect 10, has officially signed with AEW. Now, obviously, I thought he was already signed at first, but then once they said no, he was an invitee for the buy-in. But he is actually going to be now. He's an actual performer, so that's great with TV coming up soon. That's another guy to have, and
that's another name that people know.
The gentleman who interrupted the tag team match between the Best Friends.
Which, as you know, as independent wrestling fans, they were Super Smash Bros. Before that.
But
right?
Nintendo would have
ripped AEW.
That would have been. They would have no bank account left, and Vince would have giggled. So they are now known as the Dark Order, and they are officially all elite.
And they are all creepy. Yeah, and I love every second about it.
Did they sign 2 people, or did they sign all of them?
I think they signed
the entire group. Guys signed too.
I don't know.
Ones who were rubbing them and stuff.
Those minions really creepy. It reminds me of a movie. I can't remember the movie that I'm thinking of right now.
Reminds me.
Blade? Is it Blade?
To me, it still reminds me of whatchamacallit. It still reminds me of Power Rangers. I went from go and be the putties. Like that's what I'm expecting.
See, they look like the putties, but it reminds me of Blade. Remember the leader in Blade, one of the 3 movies, and they kept caressing and rubbing.
That does make sense. That does make sense.
It kind of went there. I was kind of just like, okay.
I like it.
Is that all we got for AEW?
I feel like that's it for AEW. Let's get to some WWE news. There's not much, but still. Actually, we have seen comments on boners. I'm really down for that. I want to know what his boner comments are about.
I'm surprised. The upstanding citizen himself.
So according to No DQ,
and Renee shoots down rumors.
She's probably like that. She's getting beat up for John Moxley being a person. During an edition of Watch What Happens Live, John Cena was asked if he ever popped a boner during a match. That's actually a really good question because
it's funny you say that because I saw on Instagram before you read the answer. There was a post on, I can't remember who it was, thing, but it was on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, and they showed Undertaker when he tombstone power drives him at WrestleMania, and they showed his jeans, and like you can tell the jeans look warmed up, but they showed him sitting up like that, and they were saying it was a boner.
A boner stone?
It was right because he was laying down there, and all you see is the pants just sticking up like this.
No, so when he does his rest in peace thing, he got his penis on his face. That's actually great.
It was John Cena's penis. They were saying not Undertaker.
John Cena.
John
Cena penis.
And his jeans rolled up, and it was like this. He got excited. He got tombstone power drive. Like, what do you say?
Hopefully that's not from this one. It's something the body does. You just ignore it. Just ignore it. It's what the body does. You can't be blamed for that. Renee Young shot down an internet rumor that she was yelled at for not having her head covered in Saudi Arabia for the Super Shit Show pay-per-view. Yeah, that definitely never happened. We were treated like nothing but with nothing but respect in Jetty Jets. So next on
that was the great John Cena thing. So obviously he's gotten a boner.
Chad Gable joins 205 Live.
Yeah, which
that's
is
pretty
odd
cool.
that he was on. Was it SmackDown this week?
Yeah, where we didn't know it was him because his hair was all cut.
But he shouldn't have because he was 205 Live person.
Very strange. Not much news. Oh, Cesaro. I wanted to give everybody an update because we'll talk about during the show, but. He took a 630 from
you could tell
Ricochet,
that was,
and it banged up on his knees, and he looked like that was the end of him. So what it comes up to be is Cesaro was not seriously injured during the result of the botched 630. He was okay, helped backstage, so he should be, for the most part, okay. The follow Matt Hardy on Twitter these days because he's one of these guys who has they can't yell at him.
So
yeah,
he's like Big
E. He's basically saying who he thinks he should be pushing, like who that WWE really should be pushing.
Okay.
So right now he got the opportunity to get in the ring with Buddy Murphy tonight at WWE Reno for the first time ever. So they're working house shows, they're not working real shows. He's an incredible athlete and a WWE superstar you should definitely keep your eye on. Like he's pointing out who WWE should push. And
they're not going to.
They're just giggling.
We've been talking about Buddy Murphy on this podcast.
We'll explain why that's probably not happening in the actual review.
Yeah, we've been talking about Buddy Murphy for a while. Just don't push him.
I got nothing else on this.
You know what? I had nothing anyway.
You ready to get this stupid review done?
Sure, why not?
Raw is Roar is I wish is what it was still called. But Monday Night Raw, live from somewhere.
Can we start off with this?
Why? I think Sacramento. I believe they're in Sacramento.
Seth Rollins is out there talking about Brock Lesnar.
Because he's like, I'll beat your ass. And he's like, yeah, dude.
Come out again. He walked out with the chair.
Yeah.
They tried to say it was the same chair from that Friday night. It was a little beat up. And
can you bring it on a plane?
Right? First of all, how do you bring it on a plane? Secondly, why are you carrying the chair out there? I was kind of confused. But hey, we'll continue with it. And then Baron Corbin comes out, gives a spiel. No one's going to back him. And then here's where I get confused now.
Yeah.
Why did Sami Zayn come out to back him?
Because he just needs something to do.
Because they really just don't like him.
They had a game plan that involved Kevin Owens, and they had a game plan that involved Sami Zayn. But then they did Super Showdown, where neither of them went.
Because Sami couldn't go, and Kevin Owens was not going to go.
But now they got booted out of the scene.
Even though Sami Zayn's been losing to Seth Rollins for the last 3 weeks.
Right. But they're trying to squeeze him in now.
He comes up to Corbin and goes, "Hey Corbin, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, right? Give me an opportunity." He just laughs. Then he goes, "No one's got your back." And then obviously Kevin Owens has Sami Zayn's back, and he comes out going, "I've got his back." Blah 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 blah. And now we have so then Seth Rollins goes, "Hey, I'm gonna fight you tonight."
Tonight.
So that was that.
He's fighting Corbin, or he's fighting Kevin Owens.
I was kind of like,
I'm in for that.
I felt about this. I don't know about you. I felt
It was all right. It wasn't, like you said, it wasn't.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was odd.
Didn't blow my mind.
I don't want to talk about the next part, so you can, because this
Very
is
quick,
down for me. This is terrible for me.
Lars Sullivan comes out. And he's going to fight Lucha House Party in an elimination match now. Because, God forbid, we didn't see enough of that on Friday night. And as I said...
it wasn't even night.
And as I said on Twitter, I'd rather be concussed, or I'd rather be jackhammered by concussed Goldberg than to see the Lucha House Party out there for one more moment. I hate everything about
this. Just
that.
with this thing.
So, Lars quickly dispatches of 3 members of the Lucha House Party, and I hope for the love of God it's over.
I do too, but who knows with Vince. So then you go to the Becky and Lacey conversation.
The split screen conversation.
It was weird.
You're the babe, and then
they just didn't do it right.
Yeah, it was not great.
It was poorly done. No, I'm not saying them. What they had them do was poorly done, and WWE did a poor job of that. Then you go and cut to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross and how close they are, and Lexi, and
right, and
you call me Lexi because my friends do.
And because Nikki thought they were going for tag team gold. And now
suddenly she's going for which I thought they were 2 weeks ago, and last week they did all this stuff.
We still have no tag team
to
go up against them. To go up against the Iconics.
I still am hoping for Becky Lynch and Bayley to go for the titles at Stomping Grounds. I'm good for another match with them. I'd be okay with those 2 joining forces. But it was just that, and she goes, "I got your back, buddy," and talks about how Bayley is a bad person.
Right.
And she really trash talked her all that stuff.
To really try to trick her.
Yeah, and obviously Nikki fell for it.
False. Next we have Miz TV with Joe.
Yeah.
So
which somehow turned into which really shocked me, turned into a match. I mean, you saw this one coming from the beginning.
Whenever this happens with the whole, you can see when the Miz is wearing his goddamn wrestling attire, you know what that means. There's going to be a weird match.
Every time it's on this TV, usually it's going to be a wrestling match.
Yes, so him and Joe, they're going back and forth because remember, this is babyface Miz now. This is not heel Miz. Or else heel Miz will be all on Joe's side about everything.
I like babyface Miz. I just don't think they're pushing him right.
As soon as Joe says,
not pushing him right.
What if I start getting into your family? Oh, you're not going to go after Maurice, bro.
No, man, he snapped.
That guy knows he landed a hot chick by accident. He's not going to let that go again.
He snapped.
That's common sense. I'm not going to...
He knew Jersey Shore he wasn't landing anything, so he knew he had to do something.
That's what I'm saying. My wife looked like Maurice, and I don't know how that happened.
That's why he keeps getting pregnant.
Yo, for real.
She can't come back to the wrestling.
Lock me down, huh? So, yes, it turns into a ridiculous match of the Miz, because Joe wound up doing his thing, like, oh my God, Joe,
and then you finally, after like, what, 2 months of when the actual thing happened, right before the splits, when Braun Strowman came out to attack Samoa Joe,
yes,
this finally comes back to fruition because who comes out first? Braun Strowman, which is great.
Yeah, yay, Braun.
Then Bobby Lashley comes out.
Oh, what the hell?
Then Ricochet goes, well, those guys talk. I'm going to come out. Cool. Well, then, if Ricochet comes out, you know who's going to come out? Cesaro, because those guys have had a match for like 12 weeks.
I thought they won their best of 3.
And obviously The Miz was out there because he won his shot, which you know. And so it ended up being The Miz, Braun, and Ricochet against Samoa, Lashley, and Cesaro. And then Samoa Joe walks out, and then we alluded earlier
obviously, as we alluded,
the thing.
Ricochet
Cesaro,
gets the win after
Cesaro,
he tears Cesaro's legs off.
But he messed that. So I think Cesaro was placed wrong as well.
Yeah.
But Ricochet definitely twisted a little wrong and hit him. Either way, it was botched on both sides. Thankfully, Cesaro will be okay. Because it looked really, you could tell he was really, really hurt.
Maybe Ricochet did it on purpose so that we
would
have to have another match.
Back and forth. Listen, I wonder if it's turn into like a spectacular where they all fight each other to find out who's going to face Samoa Joe and Stomping Grounds.
Oh, God, no.
Or it's going to be a fatal 7-way.
I wanted a tournament.
That's what I was hoping for, but I think we'll get that. I think it's going to be a fatal 6-way. You're going to get, best of 6 elimination chain, whatever. You have some stupid matches for Stomping.
I like your, after this it just says Baron Garbage.
Yes, Baron Garbage. That's all I wanted to say there.
P.S. How do you read that?
Baron Garbage.
No, I meant, how is it on your screen? How can you view those words? That is so tiny.
That's why I have the dots, man. I can't see.
I don't see any words.
I can see your screen better. That's
why mine looks like this.
Okay.
Looks like the 90-year-old cell phone, and yours over here looks like ants can't read it. Oh my God. My eyes hurt. I literally just turned for a minute, guys. It looks like he just has a bunch of black lines on the screen.
And I actually wear glasses too, not for a daily basis, but I can see this.
I'm blind. I'm Stevie Wonder.
Yes, Baron Garbage. So you saw the Baron Garbage, obviously, and that's all I have to say about that. Unless you have more to it.
What did Baron Garbage do?
He was backstage with Sami Zayn.
Trying to get the.
Yes.
They have a plan. They said,
the plan. Then we get Lacey Evans and Alexa Bliss.
Was that on this one?
That's wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Sure is.
It was Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
No.
No. That's not the match.
No. It was Alexa Bliss and Lacey Evans. This was. Yeah. They won. So this is what I found odd. Becky Lynch and Bayley. The notes right here, right? We're in a tag match with Alexa Bliss and Lacey Evans.
That's not feel right, man.
That's what happened.
Are you sure?
That's what happened.
What was Nikki doing?
The singles match was the next night against Bayley on SmackDown.
Well, what was Nikki doing?
She was in this match. This is why they won. This is why Lacey Evans and Alexa Bliss won this match. She was on the outside. Remember the trickery? See, Pepper tried to screw me up here. I was right. I have my notes here. So Bayley is fighting, and she's definitely kicking butt. I tried to be PG, sorry. And Becky was doing a decent job there as well.
Kicking butts.
And then she runs around the ring to go after Alexa Bliss, and Nikki just jumps in front of her. And Lacey not only right hands Becky, she then right hands Bayley. Bayley gets rolled up for the pin, but she gets out of it after being right-handed. Then she gets a second right hand and finally pins her for the 1-2-3. Again, going to stomping grounds, why the champions are losing, I don't get.
It doesn't make zero. It makes zero sense to me, but
WWE doesn't make sense anymore. All in all, I mean, again, that's why I'm hoping that they use Bayley and Becky for the tag titles, and we get Bayley and Becky 2 belts. The double B 2 belts. BB. B2B.
Sure is Lacey Evans.
I hope this is the B2B match. I'm telling you, B2B.
Yeah, I don't think B2B is going to be a thing, but I like where your life is.
B is back.
What just happened?
Anyway, so then you have the Shane Trash. I call that Shane Trash. That was my next part. The trash in the world. He came out with Elias and... No, it was Elias was SmackDown.
Elias was SmackDown. He came out with Drew
McIntyre. And just talk some BS.
Yeah.
The Revival came out to congratulate everyone and said, no, you're going to a match. And the match, finally, we see the tag team champions this week. The match was the Revival.
Yay.
The Usos.
Boo.
What? They ain't the Usos. And then
Boo.
Zack Ryder and
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins.
Double
to
boo.
finally defend their tag titles.
And they lost.
Then they lost to the Revival.
To FTR.
The Revival. The friggin' Revival.
Forever.
Won.
The Revival.
The Revival won. I thought they were pushing them off the show. All of a sudden, they finally win after all this stupidness.
Because they see AEW flying.
And I was like, okay. And now we're going to see Usos versus Revival. But.
Yeah.
But. I still think, and we're going to get into it. I still think I think because of the whole Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn thing, I think they're going to try and push Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn as tag team partners, and you're going to see that.
And you see them winning a title.
They're going to win the tag titles, I think. Because I actually respect them as tag partners, and I think they'd be really good. Because SmackDown doesn't have anybody, really. Although, I'll get into that in a minute. Because now they have somebody. And then we get into the 24/7 champ. Getting trapped in an elevator.
I want to say this is one of the greatest things of all time.
So he got trapped in the elevator earlier. I'm pretty sure I missed that, and I must have missed that. He got trapped in the elevator, but we might have missed that because my writing is really, really small.
They've been trapped in the elevator pretty much the entire episode.
And then towards the end of the series, they get trapped in the elevator, and they finally get out. And R-Truth, and they're all attacking the referee, and then Carmella slides in and pulls R-Truth into the elevator, and no one notices it, and then it shuts, and they go, no, like no one can get up to get to the elevator.
Right.
It was hysterical, and it was great.
The entire thing was great because they were like,
I love.
They had like these therapy
that
moments.
R-Truth is the champion.
These therapy moments where they're stuck in there.
Yep.
EC3.
EC3 with a cup was weird.
He got time. He actually got time on television, which was exciting.
Speaking of the cup, I want to get back to that too, but continue here with this.
You don't like his cup?
No, let's get back to the cup thing.
He was I thoroughly enjoyed that when we had Drake Maverick was talking about his upcoming wedding, and and then EC3 said, "Why are you not invited?" He said, "You're my best man." And he's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
From their past relationship in was TNA.
TNA.
Where they were like, that was the manager. Drake Maverick was like a manager for EC3 and all.
So it was funny. Back to the cup thing real quick before I forget, then we get into the final match because the R-Truth thing, I love R-Truth as champion. So last week on Raw and SmackDown, or one of the two, they pushed Alexa Bliss with the coffee mug, and they had a shirt. They were selling the promo. Mm-hmm. She had no frigging coffee mug this week, and I was very mad about that.
Because she was fighting.
I don't care. Still bring it out to the ring. It's a part of your gimmick. Use it. Anyway, So then you have Kevin Owens against Seth Rollins.
You're missing the greatest thing that ever happened.
I'm not missing it. I'm getting to say
We're doing
it.
it
But
last.
I'll let you say it. I'll let you say it.
Are we doing it last?
Say who was the... What am I... Oh, sorry. You're right. I forgot about that. That was the
The
highlight.
only thing that
That
makes
was
me
the
want to watch
highlight of the
Raw.
show. Do you want to talk about that at the very end?
We'll talk about the highlight at the end, yeah.
So this is the last match, but we have a highlight that happened before that.
So,
And the special enforcer on the outside was Sami Zayn.
not the inside, the outside.
And he interfered a lot because Seth Rollins was going to win multiple times here. He basically beat Kevin Owens pretty quickly. But Sami Zayn kept stopping the match. Then, he dodged outside the ring, and because Sami Zayn was too busy hugging Kevin Owens, he got hit and disqualifies Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens wins.
Because he did a Suicina and it tapped Sammy, and he grabbed his elbow like, God forbid someone killed him.
So I'm gonna get back to the whole thing here. So that happens, and then Baron Corbin comes out, but then Seth Rollins ends up coming out on top and beating the hell out of Lawler, right? Mm-hmm. So here's where I find my troubling thing. Kevin Owens came out at the beginning of the show. I got Sami Zayn's back, right? Gets stomped to the ground, rolls up the ring, is walking up the ramp, and sees that Seth already beat up Baron Corbin, and then missed horribly. And then turns around and he's beating Sami Zayn with the chair. And Kevin Owens, who has Sami Zayn's back, didn't turn around and maybe help him. He kept walking, and Sami Zayn got destroyed. So much for having his back. I was like, what the hell happened? The whole storyline of him having his back was thrown out the window. Thrown out the freaking window. And that's how he ended by beating Sami Zayn with the chair. So now to the best part of Raw, and that is Bray Wyatt. Firefly Funhouse. So we're going to get to this because this is supposedly the last one. And I say this is the last one because I was reading, seeing, and hearing things, Peppa. And that was that back in, I think it was 2016, he did a whole interview within their segments, and he threw in sentences, the entire time in all these interviews. And he asked fans to see if they could find it. No one did.
Yeah, someone was close, they said, but no one actually ever.
And then he finally announced it sometime last week or this week, and it was these. It was the beginning. Sorry, he announced them right before Firefly Funhouse was starting.
Right.
And he announced all these names, and no one understood it. And then finally, someone said just recently, "I get it. They're Firefly Funhouse episode names, so that's what they all are." Well, how many were there, Peppa? Do you remember how many there were?
You said there were 8.
There were 8. And do you know how many we've had at Firefly Funhouse? Finally, 8. So this is the 8th final one, supposedly. So with my statement is that we're going to see Bray Wyatt next week to then finally see him at Stomping Grounds. And maybe a match, if not something scary.
Well, they are cooking on this Firefly Funhouse merch.
So
this is quick.
So this episode.
So the Ramblin' Rabbit Jam is all.
The Ramblin' Rabbit Jam is there already, and boy, do I really want that Yowie Wowie.
I want that.
Wowie Zowie.
I want my Wyatt Jim shirt from
the Wyatt Jim. That was. I like the Rambling Rabbit Jam. I'm not a fan of that green one.
The green ones where he's just him with a chainsaw.
I'm really a fan.
So basically the big move for this was that there's obviously because Bray Wyatt is such a good character. They seem to have made sure that each one of these things, like you said, there's so much into this. Okay,
but he's been playing for 2 years. My point.
Right. So like, there's this big thing going on that obviously, if he's been going this far into it, this episode currently, actually JD from NY, I was listening to his Raw review, and literally the title of it is about like, did the Firefly Funhouse take shots at Jon Moxley and AEW?
And I say yes. I saw it from the beginning as well.
So from what is told, I can see it. There's dice on the hammer. The sign in the beginning said like, "Thou who exits or all is lost to that whoever exits." Like basically saying like, if you leave, oh well.
It also had some Harley Quinn references, I think, with the dice and the hammer. But
well, you could do that with a double or nothing thing if you really wanted to.
It was double nothing. Careful.
There was a Rambling Rabbit who died again for the second time
because he was going to reveal something.
He was going to reveal what was really happening. Kind of like the shoot interviews that Jon Moxley's been doing. So they killed him and turned him into jam. Nothing was creepier than the fact that he ate his guts.
So he smashes him, which was great, and they should have smashed like 6 different angles. Then he picks him up and goes, "Oh," and goes, and they jump to the jam and goes, "Get your jam now!" I thought it was great.
And now he has this look. It's called the
Yowie Zowie.
Yowie Wowie Rambling Rabbit
And then you have
Bohemian Grapefruit.
And then you
Jam.
have what's his character's name?
With the Fiend on the bottom.
Fiend on the bottom. And I love the heel hurt. And he goes ah, and then lets him speak, and then realizes he can't speak because of what he was going to say. It was great. It was friggin' great.
So
thank you, Bray Wyatt. I'm sad to see these things go, but hopefully he gets on air finally and do some of stuff.
There still is no guarantee. No one ever said it was the last.
He hinted at that. He hinted at this.
So we're
and stomping ground is coming around, so I want him to stomp someone into the ground.
Stomp the ground.
Or burn them alive.
Stomp the ground.
But that was Raw. You have anything else to add to Raw?
No, I feel like Raw is pretty bye.
Okay, so let me get to the trash the trash. I'm saying it's trash because it was trash.
This is the trash. SmackDown Live, guys. Now,
SmackDown's been known for being good.
Breaking news.
SmackDown's been known for being good.
Breaking news.
I was disappointed in this.
Regardless, news, okay? I totally forgot to even show you this, but I don't know if there was a ad run on TV yet, or if it was someone who has knowledge of the future ad that is going to be run for Fox. SmackDown has a brand new logo.
Really?
And isn't called SmackDown Live. It's called SmackDown.
I heard they were taking that live off.
And the new logo is it's pretty tough looking. So everybody says like coming to Fox in the fall.
Fox is changing things up.
So the logo still looks the same on all the sites, but people started popping it up on Twitter everywhere, and I know it's on my photos wherever they may be.
Well, speaking of things, have you seen the Stomping Grounds logo? How beautiful is this logo? Have you seen this?
It looks like a Timberland.
No, but the background with them on it. I think it's fantastic. They're highlighting these two as their main event.
That.
I like the event. They're highlighting Bailey and Alexa Bliss. I think it's a fantastic way to go about it.
Yeah.
Especially after with that crack show we had before. I think it was a great picture to show them. I said I think this would be a great matchup. I mean, it would be nicer to see Becky and Bailey on there.
Right.
And
to give Bailey something is nice.
But yeah, the fact they're giving Bailey and Alexa Bliss some credit here, I really like that. I just want to point that out. So we get into SmackDown while he's trying to find his picture. And instead of starting off with the Big Dog and the Big Dog's house, God, we start off with Shane McMahon, The Miz, and Elias.
Again.
But this time Elias is added to the picture. Even though it was there last week. To come out to Miz TV to have him talk about it, and The Miz pretended he couldn't read and called him, Game with the Rocks. Called him what? He called him like the trash man, the trashiest in the world, the crappiest in the world.
It was the breast in the world.
The breast in the world, yes.
Then it was the pest of the world.
That's it.
So he became the pest of the world.
And then he gets put through a gauntlet, and if he wins, he gets another match against Shane McMahon. So he beats Elias, and as soon as he beats Elias, he gets Claymore kicked, knocked out, 1, 2, 3. Shane goes, you get him out of me, and then Shane humiliates him, and then he wins, and Shane wins again.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say there. You?
Nope. Pretty quick and to the point for me, bro.
My shock: the Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville ridiculing Ember Moon for liking to read.
Yes. Making fun like, hey, dork.
So my thing is that like we're trying to promote reading amongst kids, and I shared the photo with you. I told you in the video, but we're trying to promote this kind of stuff, and they kind of downplayed it. And it's like, oh, you're stupid if you read. Like, I'm sorry, and I'm not. But WWE, aren't you supposed to promote this kind of stuff to want kids to read more?
Yeah, but you have the heel who's like,
well, yeah, I get that, but like,
and Ember's gonna fight for the peoples, you know. Like,
but Ember Moon hasn't been doing anything. This is what they showed making fun of her. And then she picks a trash can and just throws it. And I was taken back by that.
No, not again.
Yo, that is dope. That's dope.
That's the new SmackDown logo.
That is back to old school. That is back to old school logo.
See, it says this fall on Fox.
I like it.
So if this is really what's going around...
And Kofi still has the title. I like that even more.
Right, so...
Bailey doesn't have a title, though. I don't like that.
Bailey also doesn't have her face.
True.
Whose face
but
it
neither
is,
does
but hers.
Charlotte doesn't have a title either, so thank God neither of those two have it.
Yeah, but like that's the logo apparently somebody saw today on Fox Sports. So
Fox, come on, chill.
So if it's on Fox Sports, that's what they're looking at as a new logo. So it looks pretty cool.
I'm excited. So that I was it was very distasteful. Then you get Daniel Bryan and Rowan with their recycle titles.
Yo, those whatchamacallit things that was hilarious, by the way. I thoroughly enjoyed this segment, honestly.
And then the YOLO boys.
The YOLO.
And they're supposed to fight the YOLO guys, whatever. And then Heavy Machinery had to fight them.
I have one question about this though.
Yes.
They were going to unify the titles. So how come when Heavy Machinery won, why didn't they get their titles? Why didn't they get their cardboard championships?
Cardboard championships?
I want them.
I don't know. I
So
don't
they
know.
didn't win them.
But they won. They destroyed
That
these
was
guys.
cool because I love heavy machinery.
So, as we talked about last week, right? We
Maybe.
want to see heavy machinery versus the vegans, and this is what we're getting. So WWE's listening to us here. So that's great. I'm excited for that part of it.
Yes.
So I think it's going to be, I think I'm seeing that as a tag team match maybe. I hope they're rushing it to put it stomping grounds because they haven't really built this up, but it could be a stomping grounds.
They said it's going to be a stomping ground already. It's a
It's
whole
almost
week and a half
guaranteed.
away or something.
They haven't put up there.
This is
I
the
have
only
everything for stomping
week we
ground.
don't have to do it.
Thank God.
Next week.
So then you get this the 24/7 truth word.
I'm not sure what you wrote here, and I don't know if they're real words.
Shocking.
Shocking.
So this was shocking. This was the
He was stuck in a
24/7
trunk
truth.
the entire time. What was
So he
shocking?
gets put into a trunk. There was something that happened that I'm forgetting what.
He got stuck in a trunk
Maybe Carmella-
because Carmella
Oh, no.
Carmella needed to go out.
So Carmella had to go fight in this next match against Mandy Rose.
Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville, because she also Mandy Rose last because of Sonya Deville and blah blah. So they had this, basically they just repeated it. So they had her lose because of the whole back and forth with the unsafe wrestling thing and whatever. So here's my thing. R-Truth, she puts him into this locker, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly, someone saw it. The person who saw it was Jinder Mahal.
He heard it.
He watched it. Saw it and heard it.
Because he kept screaming,
Yeah.
Carmella, I only have 5 breaths left.
But then he pretended, and he calls it like the television,
This time was a 7-Eleven.
The 7-Eleven title, which was fantastic again, and he goes, but he listed false for Jinder Mahal as Carmella, which is hilarious, and he goes to get a crowbar and a referee. That was funny. I already talked about the Mandy Rose thing. We skipped that.
But so R-Truth got shipped to LA, by the way.
Well, we haven't got there. It happens later. Relax yourself, man. It's in there.
Jinder to LA, you put.
Jinder to LA, because Truth to LA. Man, read. I'll make it bigger for you next time. I'll make the word bigger for you.
Jinder to LA. Well, they're all going to LA. That's where Raw is.
Obviously. But it was just the point. So then you get to the Sonya Deville BS blah blah. Then you get to the Twitter likes by Bailey. This is Alexa trolling Nikki again.
Yes.
To hate Bailey.
But
and
she actually doesn't like Bailey.
Bailey liked these tweets.
That
supposedly.
She says, yeah.
And it was just, again, it was Alexa playing to Nikki and Nikki going, "Oh, I love you."
Right. Trying to keep her on her side.
But my point is, I want to point this out. She was drinking the coffee this time. They didn't show it on Monday Night Raw. They showed it on SmackDown. Thank God.
You're having a real connection with this coffee.
Listen, I wanted them to stick with something storyline related.
I drank with coffee.
Do you realize? And this is what I want to point out. And I was talking about it later, but I'll tell you now. Do you realize the only storyline they're sticking with is this 24/7 title? Every other storyline has been thrown out the window every other week, every other day, every other segment. The only storyline that's been consistent is the 24/7 title. Damn it! And I am happy. And I didn't knock anybody down that time.
Did you say you're happy?
So there was that, and then the New Day.
New Day
Engaged with War of the Words with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, they said
Kevin Owens.
They booed his.
And Dolph Ziggler.
They beat his. What they call saying? They beat his small behind.
Yeah.
He was he had tiny butt cheeks or something like that.
Something like that.
Butt meat. Yeah, a little bit of butt meat.
So here's why I say you're going to see the tag team with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I hope they become tag team people. See, they're posting the coffee. My point.
Who wants to buy me this mug and I will drink out of it during our
Twisted
WrestleKast.
Bliss coffee. Listen,
Twisted
I don't drink
Bliss
coffee, and I will have that on the table with me.
No coffee.
If someone buys
no
that for
bliss. Amen. No coffee, no bliss. You want the T-shirt?
She's
too?
single, man. You like wrestling? She likes wrestling. Just saying.
Basically, a match made in coffee heaven.
It is.
No coffee, no bliss.
But
no coffee.
So there's that. So you have the New Day with the stuff. And they come out and Sami Zayn, blah blah, and Big E is back finally.
Yes, again, this time for real.
But for real, he's back. Which is great to see. And obviously it turns into the War of Words turns into shockingly, 6-man tag match.
Hey!
Woo!
It was the main event of this, right?
Yes. Then Bayley denies liking any of these tweets. But then she had a saying. She said that probably the corniest thing I've ever heard.
What's that?
This is a moment Bliss won't forget.
Yeah, she was trying to pull a little. She was trying to work.
She was trying to work the words, and I respect that. And I don't know if this was WWE put it in her mouth or she put it in her mouth. And I respect the fact that she came up with it. If she came up with it
respect
herself.
the fact you said put it in your mouth that many times without giggling.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying like you. But as I said, if she came up with it on the fly. I'm very impressed with that. If it was WWE put it in, but it was like, it was the corniest thing I've ever probably heard. But it was funny. It was so corny, it was funny to me. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But that was me.
I like your next note.
Then the Aleister Black promo.
Kabuki Warrior still on the show.
So the Aleister Black, you jumping down. We're here.
I know, but it makes me giggle.
I know.
So yeah, Aleister Black is now getting people to open the door.
So he's the promo man, but here's my problem with that, right? So you have Bray Wyatt on video on Raw, and now we have Aleister Black on promo video on SmackDown. Apparently,
They're all just yelling at each other.
Yeah, but Aleister Black, instead of just turn to the door, he tells someone to open the door.
Open the door.
And then he yells at no one at the door.
He's like, I'm just gonna yell at this opening. Somebody fight me or something like
I'm
that.
not hating Aleister Black. I'm just stupid.
Guys, the thing
I want to see him in the ring.
The thing I continue to not understand. You're not debuting him.
No.
You're aware we've seen him for like 7 straight weeks before he went to doing this, right?
Yeah, because he had to go to SmackDown because of his girl. And
Right.
blah blah. It's just
Like you do know we saw it.
we
Like,
lost.
saw him
We
fighting.
lost a great tag team, and we
They
had
said
nothing.
There was a shot there at a live event where Aleister Black is fighting Randy Orton.
Really?
And he beat him with a black mask. Orton lost to Aleister Black. And a lot of times in these live shows, they're warm-ups to the actual feud. So Orton might be the first feud for
Ooh, I
Aleister
like that,
Black.
I like that.
And I can dig that as a nice first singles feud for Aleister. Because Orton can take a loss. It's not really going to hurt his anything anymore. Like
Yeah.
he's
not doing anything that hurt.
You know, so I could see that as being his first real test, and I'm okay with that. But please, for the love of God, let Aleister Black fight.
That's all we're asking for. We're just asking for Aleister Black.
God.
Hopefully she'll look for Stomping Ground. I don't know what he's going to do because he didn't wrestle or anything, but hey, why not? He was being a backstage promo. So then we finally got Bayley versus Nikki Cross, and Alexa Bliss
did too.
kept trying to interfere, Lexi, as I like to call her. As
Her
her friends
real name
call
is
her.
Lexi Coffee.
Yes, it is. That's why I like to call her Lexi. And I get the
Lexi.
coffee, get it?
Oh, I'm gonna have to get
See?
that coffee.
See?
That coffee.
So you get the coffee, that's why the cup's there. It's the whole coffee thing.
Lexi Coffee.
It's the whole coffee thing, man. You gotta respect it.
Girl, man.
She's playing it, man. She's playing it good.
I'm fucking
So she tried to interfere, but it didn't matter, and Bayley won the match. And I still want to point out, like you said, Kabuki Warriors are still a no-show.
along with all the tag teams or other women.
Were the Iconics where he was? Were they? Or were they? I just forgot about putting them
Can I
on.
wash your face?
I didn't think so. Okay.
No, the Iconics were in one of these 2 shows.
I didn't have them in there, though.
They were on one of the 2 shows.
I thought they
Because
were.
They
had a joke match, right?
They fought. They fought another goofball.
Did I just miss that in my ratings here?
Yeah, they fought a goofball duo, bro.
I thought they did. They fought a goofball and they destroyed it. Maybe it was Raw. Yeah, there it was. I missed it on Raw. We jumped over because the Shane trash. And the Brock Lesnar will cash in whenever he wants to. We skipped both of those things. Because it was all trash. But yes, that was there.
You want to know a fun fact? Fun fact. During the Raw, that goofy tag team from the YOLO guys,
Yeah.
found out today one of them is actually the voice of Buzz in 2K19. That's actually one of the jobbers in the YOLO Boys tag team.
He
is Buzz from 2K19.
He's done a lot of independent wrestling from what I've heard of one guy.
Yeah, but to be the voice of Buzz?
Yeah.
My favorite part about this. Oh, also, fun fact. See this son of a gun here?
Yeah.
Who's fighting for Bellator, Sonnen?
Yep.
He did an interview with one of these ESPN stations.
I find it funny to promote that.
Shockingly, after he says this stuff. So he basically, now people are out in WWE when they have a chance, that he was offered a couple years ago, back in a more of a Brock Lesnar Prime era, to not show up to a UFC fight. No show, no call, no show kind of thing. They would give him $5 million to not show up and show up on Raw the next day, to screw Dana White over and to bring him in to have a battle with Brock. Or it was $2 million to throw the match, lose, and show up on Raw, and $3 million if he won the belt and brought it over to WWE. So they're trying to recruit these guys regardless of what they're doing.
They're real fighters.
Yeah. They don't all want to wrestle.
It's not their,
don't be
their
weird.
goal.
So weird fun fact.
But there was that fun fact. Then, as Jeff talked about, earlier, Well, you threw my name out there, so
Duke
I'll throw your government name out there too, trash head. Jinder Mahal comes back with the crowbar of the referee, and he's looking for R-Truth.
And guess what?
And they go, where did they go? Oh, he's being shipped to L.A. So what does Jinder do with the referee? He starts running.
Yeah.
Running to L.A. And they're nowhere near L.A.
No, they're in Sacramento.
And then you hear Carmelo, Truth! So I wonder how this is going to play out.
It's going to be weird.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun.
I'm nervous. What do you do with this 24/7 title?
I'm nervous with the running to LA.
When you don't have it on someone like R-Truth. Like, the title needs a personality for this thing. Like,
R-Truth's got wholesale, so the title doesn't exist anymore.
Right, like, for the hilarity of this, every champion needs to have a very good promo skill. If you try to make it a serious title, people are just going to be like, that's enough, man. Like,
no, there's no way.
It's a comedic title.
You either have, here's what happened. R-Truth, they either get rid of the title once R-Truth finally loses it and no one cares anymore, or they already build up another R-Truth.
All right.
EC3.
I hope so.
Unfortunately.
I hope he does something better.
I was hoping just want more than this, but unfortunately that's what they may do. And you build up stupidity with him, and then you have that back and forth. That's the only two options they have here, and WWE's probably going to screw this up, and you're going to lose the title.
Truth.
So then we get
R-Truth.
Apollo Crews is talking about Andrade and how he screwed him over, and then Chad Gable shows up taking notes.
He's weirdly taking notes, but
he's on 205
Selena
Live.
Vega has just said, look, you don't want Andrade, because Andrade will make sure you never have a match again.
Yeah.
So, don't do that, even though I guess
But he was trying. But my thing is Apollo Crews like this, looking at him, and he's just hiding things. He just kept looking at him like
with his weird new short hair.
It was awkward.
Like it. It was very strange.
Then we had New Day against Dolph Ziggler,
Main event time.
Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. So here's what I'm going to point out right here. You're going to see the New Day against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at Stomping Grounds. I'm going to guarantee it. That's going to be your tag match.
Yeah, because Dolph is going to be taken care of. He's going to
be in a steel cage with Kofi. So you're going to see. I'm telling you, you're going to see Big E and Xavier Woods against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I think this is going to happen.
It's going to be a good match, though. I'm okay with that.
I like those two tag teams, so I'm okay with it. I think they need more tag teams in SmackDown, and I'm okay with them pairing Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Oh, they're always
if they're not going to give Kevin Owens a title shot, and they're eventually going to give it to Roman Reigns, obviously, you got to get Dolph out the way, and Kevin they've obviously pushed off the way because he's not going to ever go to that show. Sorry. To the show in 6 months. So obviously Reigns is going to be the next logical guest there. So you're going to see, I'm guaranteed you're going to see the tag match right there as well. But New Day pretty much handled Dolph and Kevin. And
a lot of the miscues where Dolph super kicked Sammy in the face, and then Owens kicked Ziggler, and the normal botches, or not botches, like the actual. Miscued by a team that's not a team, but then a team that is a team just works like a well-oiled machine and takes care of them. Trouble in Paradise by Kofi, I believe, for the victory.
Yep.
That is Raw. That is SmackDown.
Just
like other stuff floating around.
Reigns and Drew has happened at Stomping Grounds.
Oh.
We said Bayley and Alexa, Becky and Lacey, Stomping Grounds as well. The Kofi Dolph we just talked about, and obviously Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin in a special guest referee match. And my only thing was if Sammy and Kevin are already in a match, they probably won't pick Sammy. That's what they're trying to push this week. But other than that, I think it's
yeah, I think it's gonna be a different guy. So they're gonna have someone weird.
It's gonna be Brock Lesnar.
I hope not.
I hope not either, but I'm just saying I'm just gonna throw his name out there every time because he's gonna cash in every month. So he's probably gonna be disappear for like 6 months and then randomly cash in, or he'll forget about it and the year will come up and he never cashes it in.
Exactly.
So, I think it's ready to do.
We will do them right now, ready?
All right. So, on KBW, we like to bid everybody adieu,
goodbye,
mwah,
and good night, bang.
Just do it on the bang, man.